So I'm Daniel Swan, and I'm running for chair. A little bit of background about me, because there's a lot of new members that I haven't got the opportunity really to get to know. But I'm actually one of the founders and the longest standing member of the club here. For 2 years before the club was actually affiliated to the athletic union, I actually coached and taught everyone everything I knew about MMA, basically. Whoever wanted to come down and learn. For 2 years, basically taught everything I knew. I'm very proud of the team culture and atmosphere that we developed then, and how numerous members used to tell me that they look forward as much to the atmosphere as the training and the techniques that they learned. So in terms of my own background and involvement in MMA, I've been training for 6 years now, originally under Gracie Barr Swansea, which I think James knows, and Chris Reese. Then when I came to Loughborough, I went to Leicester Shoot Fight, started training with Nathan Leverton. I've spent a great deal of my own time and money training with world-class fighters and coaches, including UFC fighters and ADCC champions. There's too many to list, but I mean, you've got guys like Dean Lister, absolute champion last year at ADCC, Paul Daly, Andre Winner, Nick Shipshag, all these great guys. I've had the opportunity and the privilege to learn from them and take that knowledge and bring that and impart that upon you guys. In terms of competition, I've competed multiple times in MMA and grappling. I've won multiple national no-gi championships. I've even beaten a UFC fight in competition, formally, for anyone who doesn't know. I've told everyone that. It's pretty much my proudest moment, my biggest achievement in MMA. I've also competed in amateur and semi-pro MMA. I'm looking to turn pro in the coming couple of years. This year is going to be a big year for me in terms of competition. Through my experience and things in MMA, I've actually been able to get into Fighters Only magazine, Men's Health and Combat Network magazine. So just purely through my passion for this sport, I've been able to get some exposure. It's just something that I'm very proud of, and it's been great. And I've got so much respect for this sport and everything I've learned and gained from it, and all the friends I've made throughout this time. So as chair, I can offer my excellent contacts throughout the MMA community, ranging from fighters and coaches to promoters and sponsors. Aside from that, obviously, I know the path to competition and how difficult it can be for people starting out. So whether you're looking to just take your first steps onto a mat or get into the cage, I can always give our members support and advice as to where to go. So what do I want to do for the club? Well, first of all, I want to improve the facilities. This is a very small space, and the biggest problem here is that gap there. When we're looking at ground and pound and getting up from the wall, we're looking at picking people up from the wall, there's all sorts of injury issues there that I've actually raised with the AE president last week. So we're looking to get that fixed and improve the facilities that we have at the moment. I want to bring in world-class fighters for seminars. Those of you who were here last year know that I brought in Brad Pickett. This year I'd like to get a lot more guys down. I've got really good contacts that can get ADCC champions and medalists, such as Ryan Paul and Dean Lister, and UFC fighters. So if you're interested in meeting guys like that, I find that very inspirational, training alongside them. I mean, knowing what kind of power these guys have. I mean, I personally felt the power of guys like Paul Daly, and it's a very different experience when you felt it for yourself to watching it in a cage, on TV. Sorry. I really want to improve our training times. 4:30 on a Monday is ridiculous, as well as 8:30 to 10:30 on a Friday. That's pretty ridiculous. That's something we need to change. I think that can only really be done by improving our relationship with the AU. At the moment, the AU isn't our best friends, unfortunately. That's definitely something I'll be looking to change, making sure that we're always attending every single AU meeting. And whenever the chair can't attend, I'll make sure that there's a member from the committee there to represent us. In doing that, we'll make sure that we don't miss out on the development processes that are involved. So, for example, when new facilities are coming to be put together, we'll have our say and be able to tell them this isn't acceptable. I've also been approached by a promoter who wants to actually arrange an MMA show in Loughborough. That'll bring our club revenue, which we can then use on bringing in guys for seminars, on subsidising competition and transport and entrance fees, and just giving guys experience of being there and seeing a live show. I definitely want to improve competitions, like the Vice Chair has mentioned. I definitely want to see ourselves getting on to more competitions and getting on that path of challenging yourself and really testing yourself and learning something. In doing that, we'll make sure that the club is subsidising those, so both the transport and the entrance fees. I also want to bring club members discounts on supplements and training equipment. I can already do that through my contacts. I've got contacts with Vitibiotics, so if you want supplements, I can get them less than half price. And I've also got contacts at Bad Boy MMA, so you can get your gear cheap there as well if you do want to. And then lastly, I'd really like to see if we can get a subsidised membership for either Powerbase or LA Fitness. We're one of the biggest, well, we are the biggest student MMA club in the country. We've got a lot of potential to leverage. We talk to companies and we look at sponsors. I'm very sure that they'll be happy to talk to us and give us really good deals. So that's pretty much my agenda for